What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So, as you can tell by the title, this is a topic that has been plaguing the Transformers community and basically every figure community within Hasbro and whoever else has been doing this plastic-free packaging initiative the past couple years. This is one of the most controversial changes within the toy industry we're probably ever going to see, and we're seeing the effects of it these past couple of years, and Hasbro and other companies are starting to listen a little bit. They have changed the packaging for like Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series back to that plastic tray to protect figures from getting stolen, messed up, or just straight up ripping the heads off of copies that we've seen gone viral with certain figures like Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, the LeBron James from the Space Jam movie. Like, it's just absolutely wild out here. It is total anarchy with these open box packagings for these collector-based figures like the Transformers Generations line, Black Series, Marvel Legends, Lightning Collection. All these different brands are suffering because we got some immature man babies out here either stealing figures, swapping them way more easily and way more frequently than ever before, or just straight up ripping parts of the figures off and stealing them for whatever reason, whether they're trying to make a funny video. And when I say funny, I'm using air quotes here because, I mean, who the hell is going to think that's actually funny, or whatever. It just makes no sense to me. I can't find a logical and actually mature reason as to why people think this is okay. Furthermore, I'd even say it's Hasbro's fault even more. I mean, it was Hasbro's decision to do this with Transformers and all their other brands. They're starting to feel the effects of it. Stealing has gone up way more. Sales have gone down for Hasbro, which is why they're going back to the plastic packaging, except for Transformers for whatever reason. This is my channel. This is why I talk about Transformers. Y'all know me. Sometimes I talk about Black Series or Legends occasionally, but not too often. So with Transformers here, this is the main issue that is still going to move forward within 2024. Looking at the leader class packaging for the Studio Series figures coming out early next year, man, why are they doubling down on the open tray packaging now for the leader class figures, a more expensive scaling for a collector-based Generations line? This makes absolutely no sense. Now, are they going to start doing this with the Legacy stuff too and whatever else comes after Legacy? Why would you think it is okay to double down on open tray packaging, doing it with leader class figures that are $60 after tax when you're in more expensive scales and price points for Transformers? And this is just going to make stealing parts, swapping figures, and just straight up stealing figures way more easily with these leader class figures. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand sometimes, people got it tough and they just want to have a good time and get a figure and not have to pay these insane inflated prices from the past couple of years. Times are tough. People just want things to cope with what they're dealing with, whatever's going on in their lives. Things are just crazy right now. You just never know what somebody's going through. But still, the stealing of these figures, the swapping parts, ripping heads off, it still sucks for people like me and you and whoever else is watching this video that has the money to buy these things, even though sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I don't have the money to buy these things and I wish I did. It just ruins it for the rest of us that have the money to buy these things and want to get these figures the right way, the legal way. And you go to the store and you walk down the aisle, you see a figure that you really want to get, and you look at the packaging and his freaking head is missing, or the figure is just totally ripped out of the packaging. Like, why does this have to be the case? It could be two simple fixes for Hasbro and the rest of these greedy and dumb companies just trying to be grifters and swinging wherever the wave goes with these climate change and all these other schemes, pyramid schemes, scams. Not to say that climate change itself is a scam, but the price to pay, the taxes, everything around that is a scam to me with climate change. And this is just another example as to why we are paying the price for this climate change BS that Hasbro is trying to pull on us. Now, again, I'm not saying climate change doesn't exist. The facts, the proof is in the pudding, people. Things are happening with the planet, and it's basically all our fault. The Kitty toy line figures, sure, they've been doing that for years now. It really doesn't make a difference. Not many people are going to be stealing a Rescue Bots Bumblebee figure, you know. When you're doing it with Studio Series, Legacy, whatever other sublines for generations. This is just ridiculous, Hasbro. Listen to the fans, listen to the Transformers fans that actually buy your products, and bring back plastic trays with your packaging to make stealing and swapping figures harder, like what it used to be a couple years back before you did this stupid switchover. It's just insane to me that they even thought this was a good idea in the first place. I've talked about this subject before in past videos, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I've made a dedicated video just on this issue before, but the issue is just getting worse. And what really ticked me off and what really made me want to do this video today is seeing that they went back to the plastic trays for Black Series and Marvel Legends, and I think Lightning Collection too, I can't remember on that one, and I think too G.I. Joe Classified. But Transformers seems to be the only collector-based line that hasn't gone back to plastic tray packaging yet. Now, don't get me wrong, it could be because Hasbro has to wait until 2025 because of some legal thing, or it's going to actually come into play with the later 2024 releases, and they're still doing the plastic-free packaging with the early 2024 releases because maybe they were too late in production to change the packaging and switch it back to the plastic trays. I don't know, that's just me speculating. I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, the legal reasons, and the whole technicality of how and why Hasbro still hasn't re-implemented the plastic trays back into Transformers packaging, but they've done it with literally every other collector-based brand that Hasbro owns. It makes absolutely no sense to me, and I'm pretty sure Transformers is one of the more popular and more viral brands that this has been happening to on social media and online. It's like the most complained about toy line, I think, in my opinion, that this has been happening to the past couple of years. So you would think Hasbro would pretty much do this first with the Transformers brand, especially since this is one of the only brands that Hasbro owns outright. It makes absolutely no freaking sense, and I've said this so many times, but it's the truth. It makes no sense, Hasbro. If somebody by any chance is watching this video, which I highly doubt, come on, y'all gotta change this stat. We should not be paying the price for this. You guys made a mistake. You guys made a marketing mistake. You were grifting at the time back in 2020 and 2021. Y'all know you made a mistake. Y'all know it backfired these past couple years. So just change it as soon as possible if you guys don't already have the plans to change the Transformers packaging back to the plastic trays. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like nowadays these companies make it so hard for you to give them your money to buy your product. Like, why do you think we would want to get a figure that has been sitting in an open tray box, something that is meant for adult collectors, highly detailed, kind of expensive figures at this point? Why you would think we would want figures that have been sitting in warehouses collecting dust more often than ever before because of these open trays. By the time you get the figure, they either smell like a warehouse more than ever, or they got dust all up inside of them. You gotta wash them off because dirty hands have been touching them in the factories all across the world. It's gone through shipments. It's been put in boxes, shipped all across the world. You just never know what germs and bacteria those figures have been exposed to, especially since the plastic tray packaging has been removed from these figures. That, if I remember correctly, that was one of the reasons why plastic trays were implemented into these figures anyway, to get rid of extra germs and bacteria and dust and whatever else that could possibly damage and get people sick once you buy this product. So the fact that they're taking this away, and that they've taken it away for the past couple of years now, and you get some people online like, oh, it's not a big deal, just let Hasbro do it, it's good for the environment. It's really not that good for the environment. There is biodegradable plastic that they can use for this packaging, and they probably don't want to use because they don't want to spend the extra money on it, which is a typical American corporation problem. B, Why do you think it would be okay? I've said this before and I'll say it again. Why does Hasbro think it is okay? Come on, Hasbro, change this. It needs to happen either next year or 2025. And if it doesn't, come back to this video and I'm probably going to make more videos on this problem until Hasbro fixes this problem for the Transformers brand. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about this whole debacle with the plastic-free packaging these past couple of years? Do you think Hasbro is changing it for the Transformers line soon, like what they did with the other brands that Hasbro owns? Or do you think they will never do it and they'll never listen to their loyal customers? All my social medias are linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. My email is also down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or just regular display shelves in their homes. You could either hit me up on any of my social medias or just email me and we could work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!